wondering why I have Legos?
Kind of, yeah.
The reason is I wanted to demonstrate that we can build words. And so today we're going to learn that.
Okay, I already knew that.
Okay. We're going to learn that words have parts. So they have a base, and then it can have a prefix or a suffix. So a different ending or a different beginning. And it's kind of similar, if you remember, to the onset rhyme lesson that we did, where the word had parts that made a whole. So for example, let's start with the word sail.
Sail.
Sail. Can you say sail?
Sail.
Sail. So if I put the word re in front of it, does that make a new word?
Yes. Yes.
Resale. Yes.
Resale.
It has a new meaning. So now instead of just sail, it
Resale.
means to sell again. So let's see. If I take that off and I put this word in front of sail, is that a different word?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What word is this?
Pre-sale.
Pre-sale. So now the prefix has changed the meaning of the word, right? From sale to pre-sale. What does pre-sale mean? Do you know?
Pre-sale? It means to to have a pre-sale means to to pre-sell something before it actually comes out.
Keyword, before. So
before something happens.
Exactly. So we can also, let's see here. If I put the word side.
Side means like this side, or like this side. Okay.
So let's put here, side. And then I put in.
Inside.
Inside. Is that a new word?
Yeah, like
yes.
Inside the house instead of just side, like side to side. Inside, as in inside the house.
So we're gonna find out what all these prefixes mean.
Fun inside, it's fun inside.
So we have our base words, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is
Sides.
a word that can stand on its own and has meaning. So side, if I just tell you side, that has meaning, right? Side of a table. Sail, the word sail, that has meaning, right? But pre, can that stand alone?
No, just pre.
Because it doesn't have meaning on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have our base. And today we're going to learn about adding a beginning. So we're adding a prefix.
Like the beginning is?
What is the beginning?
It's like all the way over here. Well, and let's say like there's I and an N here. That would be the beginning.
So the beginning is the start, right? So the start. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, and like on that pencil, the first thing is the beginning.
Right, that's why I wrote it that way. So that you can see that the prefix would go at the beginning of the base word.
And
the
then
prefix is
middle,
at
and
the
middle,
front.
middle.
And then the middle is what? The base word, okay? So the prefix is a group of letters that we add to the beginning. Can you say beginning?
Beginning, and the last one over here is the last part.
We're going to get to that. Can you hold that thought?
Beginning.
Okay. So the prefix is a group of letters that is added to the beginning of a word to change the meaning. So remember this? We added in to the beginning of side to change it from just side to inside. Okay? Again, the base word is a word that can stand on its own and has meaning. So what's a base word?
A word that can stand on its own and
And
has meaning.
And a prefix goes where? In the middle?
At the beginning of the word.
At the beginning. And then the base word is where?
In the middle, and then the suffix is at the end.
So now suffix. Someone is familiar with this. Suffix is a group of letters added to the end of a base word to change the meaning. So the suffix would be at the end. You have something to share?
Like so the suffix could be like instead of happen, like something happened, it could be happened, adding ed or d.
And do you know what that does to the word?
What?
When you add ed, how does that change the meaning?
It changes the meaning from happen to that to happen to like
Happen
which
and
means-
dappen.
Devin is
which
speaking.
makes it
Let's let him have his turn.
happened. It makes the word past tense.
Ding, ding, ding. That is the magical word. He added a suffix that changed it from present to past tense. So next lesson, we're going to learn all about suffixes and endings. But today, we're changing what part of the pencil?
Prefix.
The beginning, right? Prefix. Can you
Prefix.
show me it with one hand? Prefix.
Prefix.
Oh, I like that. Prefix.
Pre-
Prefix, beginning. Prefix, beginning.
Prefix. Beginning.
Okay.
Prefix, beginning.
So,
Prefix,
this was-
beginning.
we need to get this one like this one. Inside. Because it matters which ones we pair, right? Can I put these together? Unsail?
No.
That would not be a real word. We're going to do an exercise on that actually in just a minute. So I need to be very careful and make sure. Marco, do I have your attention? Can you give me a thumbs up if I have your attention? Wonderful. Okay, so there's some pages on your table. And they have the base words, and then they have the prefix, and we're going to try to match them. But first, we're going to do a little practice to recognize any of them, because we're going to learn about how these prefixes, these are some of the most common prefixes, they actually have meaning, so that you actually don't need to memorize all the words, right? We can learn some little tricks. Or I know that when you guys are playing your video games, so you have some cheats. This is kind of a cheat for reading unfamiliar words. You're able to infer the meaning of them because you know the meaning of the prefix. So have you heard anyone say dis before? Either just dis or a word that started with something that sounds familiar.
Appear.
Disappear. Correct. What do you think you can infer that dis means?
I think this means maybe like appears. I learned about this in vocabulary a lot. Recently. Appear by itself means something appears, and you add the prefix dis to appear means disappear. So this means like the opposite of that word. Like this. So disappear means to, instead of appear, means to go away.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some choices. I have the word not or into.
Okay.
Which one of those do you think means dis?
Not.
Would you like to go put that next to it and pair it for me? Wonderful. Okay, so now Marco,
What?
the next one is in. When I say the word inside, what do you think the prefix in means? Into, inside.
Inside.
So do you think that means, is that most similar to before or into?
Into.
Would you like to come put that up on the chart for me?
Into.
Correct. You're showing me such wonderful listening skills. There you go, just like Logan did. Put it in the little chart. Can you reach? Oh, we're gonna put it right here with in, right next to in. Slide it. Perfect.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Wonderful. Can you take your seat? Ooh, thanks.
I'm kind of comfy.
That is kind of comfy. Okay. Un. If I say under.
And you're stuck in the underground.
Untie.
I think it's.
Can you infer what that means, Logan?
I think I know what it means. So when you're doing an action like tie, like you're tying your shoes, but adding onto it makes it so you're undoing that. Like so you add the prefix on to tie means untie. So you untie your shoes when you're done, so the next time you can retie them and you go back to use them.
So do you think that is most similar to not or do it again? Go back. Untie. Underneath. Not or do it again.
Yeah.
What about if I say unsaid? It was unsaid. Would this be the correct answer? Or
But
would this be the correct
the
answer?
reason I chose that is because the thing I was going with that would make more sense. For what
And
Mr.
I
has
see
said.
how both could be true in certain contexts, but for this activity, for prefixes, the prefix un means not. So untrue, it's not true. Thumbs up if you understand. We're going to do a couple more if there's any uncertainty. So now I'm going to do this one. Rewind that movie. Retake that picture. Is
That's
that
what you yell at.
before?
Taking pictures.
or do it again? What would you think?
Do it again.
Correct. Thank you, Marco.
The second one always have to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna go. It's my turn again. Miss. I made a mistake. I miscalculated the total.
I have one.
Oh, hold on. I'm speaking right now, and then you're gonna get a turn. So I miscalculated the total. Did I do that before, or did I do it wrongly?
I did it wrongly.
Wrongly.
Only the second one went. Not
Yeah,
the
could
first
you come
one.
hang this up for me? And now, Logan, the last one, pre. Have you? Oh, you actually shared earlier, pre, right? What do you do? Pre-order video games? So, oh, we're gonna put it right here with miss. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Ooh, I love your hugs. Okay, so would you agree that pre means before? Yeah, I agree too. All right, so now we're going to add some of these and these prefixes to our base words to see what new words we get, okay? And the tricky part is we have to make sure it's a real word, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I add pre to heat, can you raise your hand and tell me what word that would equal? If I, hold on, or you're spelling it? Let's think inside our head. Let's think quietly before we answer. If I add pre and heat, Logan, what does that give me?
Preheat the oven.
What is it?
Preheat.
Preheat. Marco,
What?
if I add re to read,
What does that spell?
reread.
We read. We read. We read.
If I Logan, what would that give us?
Unload.
Unload.
Unload. Like, unload means like you just loaded thing, but then you delete it, and you like this game, and then like someone deletes it when you're not allowed to play, and then you reload the game and you really liked it.
So it means to do again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you find your seat?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have an opportunity to stretch our legs in just a moment and roll a dice. Now, if I put, this is your favorite, right? Pre-order. Can you tell me one, Logan, that I could put in front of stop? That would give me a new word?
Let me think. Hold on. Maybe pre-stop, like you're before you there's the yellow thing where you have to stop at a stop sign, and you pre-stop before your mom tells you to.
And so you just said that magic word again. Pre, before, right? All right.
Stop doing my hair.
So now I have this neat. Can you please find your bottoms in your chairs? Give me a big reach to the sky if you can see me. And arms down by your side. Thank you. Okay, so look at the sheet that you have. Some of these words might be familiar to you, some might not. At the top, are our base words. Can you say base words? Base words. And then at the bottom, can you point to the bottom?
Prefixes.
Exactly, the bottom, we'll find our prefixes. So I'm gonna roll this cube, you're gonna take some turns as well. And we're going to see if we can create real words or silly words with some of the words on your sheet. We also can just go ahead, if you'd like, and cut out the bottom. You can just cut the prefixes if you'd like, yeah, because I'm going to go through an example. If you need any help with cutting, actually let me, 1 second, let me do this. Okay, now Marco, you're just going to cut the dotted lines right here, okay? Make sure you keep all your pieces together. So here's an example while you're cutting those and getting ready. And you'll find your glue sticks here in the middle of the table. Okay, so here's an example. If I roll this and it says B, can I build B plus school? Does B plus school make a real word or a fake word?
Fake word.
It's a silly word, right? B school? No, that does not work.
It's a school for bees.
Yeah.
Logan, do you have any ideas of a prefix we could use that would give us a real word?
Miss school.
You've missed, but missed school?
Preschool?
Ah, wonderful. Do you see why missed school didn't work? Okay, but correct. Preschool.
It's school for babies.
All right, now could you roll the dice for me? Oh, B again, redo.
Yay.
Dis. Are there any words on your sheet that you think you could add to dis to get a new
Disuse.
real word? Disuse. Disuse. Do you think there's a better fit?
Unuse. Misuse.
There you go. That is a more appropriate pairing. And That's what we need to do sometimes, is kind of sift through the options, right? To see what the best fit is and what message we're trying to say. Are you trying to say that it was used incorrectly? There we go. Can you spell misuse for me?
MISUSE. No, not Y. USE.
Okay. Marco, would you be so kind to roll the dice for me?
Roll it down.
Roll the dice, roll the dice.
Yeah,
Oh, redo.
my
We
God.
keep getting B. Re.
Really?
Okay, is there any word that you think we can add re to create a new real word?
What?
Oh, look at my paper.
Ooh.
Restart.
What is it?
Restart.
Restart?
Restart.
On here, marking shoes.
Restart would work,
Restart.
which restart would mean to do it again. Start again. Remember you told me that one? Restart.
Again or go back.
Restart. Restart.
All right, Lo, let's do one more round.
Oh, I need a key.
Oh my goodness, every time it's B. Let's use that correctly, rolling it on the table.
Misuse. I got one.
Is there a word on your sheet
Untie.
that would, you did that so quickly. Which one are you going to
Unable.
choose?
Unload.
I like that. Now I'm going to do one. On again.
Read.
Re.
You did read.
We did.
We did re already. Come on, give us a new one. Dis. Okay. So, can I pair dis with heat? Disheat. Is that a real word? Disheat. No. It looks like you're telling me what the correction would be. Do you want to
Dislike.
share what it is?
Dislike.
Dislike. And what does that mean? If you put dis in front of like, how does that change the meaning of the word like?
It goes from like you like something, to dislike.
I'm done
You hate
with
something.
my words.
And what's this part? This is the most important part. Hate is not the
No,
word
I mean,
that
like,
we use,
no, just-
right?
It's not your favorite. Like you don't like it.
Exactly. It means not.
No. You don't
Like it?
not
I don't like it. Dislike? I don't like it. We're adding not. Okay, so let's put that here. Dislike.
No, we only got a few that are weird.
All right. So does anyone need help gluing and matching their prefixes to their base words?
Mom, look.
Oh, you got yours perfectly cut out. Here's your glue stick.
To glue them on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you didn't get enough. I'm to put all of this in.
That's okay.
Okay, so
You
let's
okay?
look at this together.
What should I put?
Let's see. This, we have in, miss, re, pre, un, and dis. Okay. So I want to say that my shoes are not tied.
The.
That's very close to the. This word says tie. And I want to say that my shoes are
Untied.
exactly. I want to say that my shoes are not tied. So which word, which prefix do we add to the word tie? Would we add re or would we add un?
We need a T.
The word is tied and we want to say that they're not tied. Would we add re to make
Hold
re-tie?
on. I forgot to do this one.
Oh, that's not okay. You wanted to cut that little bit off?
Yeah.
Okay. So back to this.
This one might have actually the T I need.
So, are you listening? I want to say that my shoes are not tied. Would I say that I'm going to...
This has a T in it.
that says D-I-S. Now, are you listening? I want to say that my shoes are untied, that my shoes are not tied. Would I say that they are, am I going to retie them or untie them?
Retie them.
If I want them to be not tied, retie or untie?
Untie.
Untie, because changes it from tie to not tied. So can you glue right there?
It'll be a little bit.
I'm done.
Wonderful. So you see, this was tricky because you didn't have all of them, right? There were only specific answers that fit. Wonderful.
But I could have, for preschool, instead of using pre for that, I could use preheat the oven.
An excellent job at taking your prefixes and adding them to your base words to create new real words, right? So now we're going to watch a quick brain pop video where Moby,
Mom, do this.
right here, reorder. Wonderful. So you have the choice to either stand and stretch, get your wiggles out while we watch the video, or you can remain seated if you need a little bit of a rest. But feel free to stretch, but you need to stay in your space, being respectful of others. I'm sorry, but dancing is not an option. You can just do stretching, breathing. All right, here we go.
That doesn't turn out the same.
Got it, Logan.
It's okay, Moby. We can rebuild it. What are prefixes? A prefix is a letter or a group of letters that is attached to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. Well, in the word rebuild, the real word is build. The prefix re means again. So, rebuild means to build again. When you rewrite something, you write it over again.
We are keeping our hands to ourselves and respecting each other's space. Exactly, Marco. If you'd like, you can stand over here, or by your chair. You may not stand in front of the screen. We all need, again, you can go stand by your seat.
People misbehave when they mistreat others.
Marco, can you please go have a stand by your seat or have a seat? Okay, thank you.
Here's superstar. The prefix super can emphasize a meaning of a word or make it greater. Prefixes can change the meaning of a word. Some prefixes give a word an opposite meaning. In the word unsafe, the root word is safe, but the prefix un means not. So unsafe means not safe. Unequal slices. Lucky if your ice cream falls. Wrap it. Prefix dis also means not. You might dislike something or disagree with someone. Pinocchio's nose ring is dishonest. I can think of other prefixes
Marco, can you please find your way back to your seat for me? All right, so we're nearly finished. We're going to just do a quick review.
Of that review. Let's move on.
So let's review some of the meanings of our prefixes, right? So dis, I'm going to say the prefix, you're going to say the meaning, okay? So dis.
Not.
Marco,
Dis not.
I'm going to say dis, you're going to say not. Dis,
Not.
not. Next one, in, into.
In.
You're saying into. Marco, if you're not looking, then you probably won't know what's going on, right? You need to have your eyes open so that you can use them. In,
Into.
Into.
un,
Not.
Un.
you're gonna say not. Okay? Un, not. Re,
Do it again or go
do again.
back.
Do again.
Re,
Do it
Do it
again,
again.
or go back.
miss,
Wrongly.
wrongly. Miss,
Wrongly.
Wrongly.
We say wrongly. You don't.
pre,
Before.
Before.
pre,
Before.
before. Wonderful work. Okay, so again, we have our base, which is that word that has meaning that can stand on its own. And then we take it and we add our prefix. The prefix changes the meaning, right? It takes this meaning, not, into, not, do it again, wrongly, before. It takes that meaning and adds it to the base word to change the meaning. So now we're going to take all that knowledge and apply it, and then we get to go have recess, okay?
Recess.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to, right? So we're going to work hard, and the first thing we do is always what when we get our paper?
Put your name.
Correct amundo.
And the date.
Here's a sharpened pencil. Wonderful work on this. Here's your sharpened pencil. You're just going to write your name. And on this assignment, we're working quietly on our own. We're not working together. And unfortunately, I'm not doing the work for you, but I'm here to help. So if you get a little stuck, just raise your hand. If you finish quickly, I have another activity that involves the dictionary. But just worry about focusing on finishing that assignment, and let me know if you have questions.
I would recommend taking that down so that you don't have answers.
Ah, yes, look at that. Too many hints are up, right? So let's see. Can you take this word right here and put it here? So you're going to write E-E. Are you able to do that? You did it. Okay, so now the next one. Pre. P-R-E. Yeah. P-R-E. Working so quietly, I appreciate it very much.
You aren't.
Wonderful. So now your next prefix. Un. Remember un. We're going to write that here. U-N. Wonderful. So you might want to cross them out as you write them so that you don't get mixed up. Exactly. You're taking the prefix, adding it to the root word, the base word, getting your new word. So cross out un, right? Because you already got un. Here, Bubby. Cross that out. Perfect. And then here, we already did pre, right? And we did this. And now we're going to do R-E, re. The next, exactly. And then just keep moving down. Yeah. Perfect. And then next one. I like how quietly and quickly you're working. Marco, did you have a question? Okay, perfect. So did you cross them out? Cross that one out, cross that one out. And this is our last one, dis. You can go ahead and write that one at the bottom.
Under is a prefix?
Mhm.
That's a big prefix.
And if you think about it, it's part of un, right? Wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to take the root word and pair it. So be, and it would be side, beside. So you'd write side right here. Don't forget when you're finished, just flip your paper over and give me a thumbs up so that I know. Wonderful work, Marco. Moving so quickly. They might not all match up perfectly. Remember the first assignment, we had far more prefixes than we did base words. So you're just making sure.
No, it's more base words than prefixes.
Okay, thank you for reminding me. So the most important thing is just to make sure that you're using that, then you're finished. The most important thing is to make sure that you're creating real words, right? So when you go through this final list, the new word list, make sure that before you turn your paper in, that all those words in the new word list are real words.
So
This is an individual assignment.
I know,
So I
but I'm
think-
just telling them to me.
Okay, so you're, right now unfortunately we can't talk about it, but you have your answers and if you've checked them to make sure that they're real words, we're gonna review it together. Okay, next one. Heat.
Wait, didn't we start with a P?
But here's the next, you need the base word of heat to go with it.
This is
Mhm.
we're now doing heat,
Yep, right there.
not preheat.
Exactly, so when you take pre and add it to heat, preheat.
Why only preheat starts with an S? It's because preheat is like a hot one. So like the oven's like hot, so eggs it has to be in it.
Okay. Remember, you're supposed to be working on this by yourself, and I'm just giving you some little hints. We have about 3 minutes left. If you're not finished, not to worry. But we have 3 minutes left to see how much we can get done. Do you want to just finish that last word? And then we'll do a quick review. Yes, you are trying your best tonight. Boys, it looks like both of you are finished. So let's do a quick review. Marco, if I have a base word, would I add the prefix to the beginning? Are you looking at me? Eyes up here? Would I add the prefix to the base word? Would I add it to the beginning or what I added to the end?
Beginning.
Beginning, exactly. And Logan, can I add different prefixes to the same word?
Yes.
Yes. And what does that do if I change the prefix?
It makes it a different word.
And changes the meaning, right? And Logan, what if what Marco shared with us is true and the prefix is added to the beginning of a base word, what is it called when we add to the end of the base word? What is it? Suffix. Wonderful. You guys got this. So let's just do one quick review. And can we remember? I'm going to say the prefix. You're going to say the meaning, right? Marco, eyes up here. Thumbs up. Okay, so dis,
Not.
in,
To.
un,
Not.
re,
Do it again.
miss,
Wrongly.
pre.
With.
Bravo. Give me 5. Wonderful job. Good work. Marco, can I have a high five for your hard work?
And.
Thank you. Thank you.